Man, we gonna just go ahead and get started, man. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
Let's
Yes,
go. Let's
sir.
go. Let's 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 go.
Baseline!
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother Man.
Be original, baby.
The original baby, and
Yeah.
this is episode 165 highlight. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. Highlight, baby. The highlights.
yeah,
You know what I mean? The best part of it all.
right,
Yeah?
right.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Episode
Regrouped,
number
slightly
165.
transformed. Episode 165.
Rolling right along.
Mhm.
You know, all I can say is this is usually the highlight of my week.
Bro, it's mine too.
You know what I mean?
I get
To
it.
to get together with my brother and, you know, all of the company that would like to join us on the porch. You know, we appreciate you guys each and every week, man. You truly, truly make our week.
Right, you do.
E, do you have a quote of the day for us, my brother?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you the quote of the day. I'm just trying to make things a little interesting here. So the quote of the day there is,
Mhm.
the more you leave out,
Okay.
the more you highlight what you leave in.
Wow.
Once again,
Okay.
the more you leave out,
Yes.
the more you highlight what you leave in.
Okay.
And that's Henry Green. Yeah. Yeah. So basically where P's going with it.
Fight that inner perv.
Nah, no, I'm not gonna fight.
Fight.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna embrace it. When you
You
give
look-
it when you give it all
Yeah.
and it's done right,
Yeah.
it's the highlight of the night.
Right.
And guess what they want
I
you to do?
agree.
Guess what? And then when
What?
it don't work out, guess what they do?
What?
They come up to you and say, we didn't see it
Coming.
coming.
Listen,
We was
man.
moving too fast.
Listen, before we jump into that BMF, before we do that, we got to tell y'all, you know, just like we do each and every week, man. You know, my week. I'll start off this week if you don't mind, good brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Weekend was good. You know, shout out to everybody who actually observes, obviously Easter. You know what I mean, the resurrection.
Yep.
Beautiful time this weekend with the family. Actually kicked it off Good Friday. Like I like your comment last week, you know, about Good Friday. Every day's supposed to be.
Every Friday.
Every Friday's a Good Friday, but what I actually took from that too is every day should be a good day.
Yeah.
You know, like I said before, like Deion Sanders made the statement. He said he's never had a bad day. He might have had a bad moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bad at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But never a bad day. So
Never
I
had a
agree with
bad
that.
day, yeah.
So Good Friday, got with the family, went out, did the dinner thing. It was cool. Saturday, actually wind up getting a little kickback time myself. And then yesterday, Sunday, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching it live, it's Monday. If you're watching anything after that, I'm talking about Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
And it was great. You know what I mean? Now, I didn't have any PFO on.
No PFO.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The PFO stuff, you know, back in the day, you know how we talk about it. You know, the like we were saying before, the suit and tie combination came in the plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Didn't have anything on. Didn't have any, had my regular cool outs on, sweats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It felt a little different. But nonetheless, I was with the family. Great opportunity to get together, break bread.
So you had on sweatpants yesterday?
I did.
Yeah, me too. I think.
I did.
No, I had jeans on. I had jeans on.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I had jeans on.
Yeah, I had sweats on.
Yeah.
I had sweats on. Yeah, I had sweats on. Yeah. And I mean, you know, I don't, let me say this. Just because I had on sweats don't mean that I'm not acknowledging the beauty of the resurrection like everybody else.
First of all, let me get to that. But first I want to say shout out to my brother T. Shout out to always tuned in. That's right. That's right. As y'all can see, me and P both we sporting
Peace
the
to
young,
the brothers,
the
man.
young
Young
vets
vets.
hats. The young vets hats. I got P right there. P got the green. Well, you know the Oakland A's style.
You already.
You know me.
You
I'm
already.
traditional black and white. I used to
Yeah.
do a lot of, colors and stuff. But I don't know what happened when I got. I'll be back.
Go ahead.
I
No.
mean,
You was getting ready to say when you got.
When I got no.
When you got you, there was something behind that. It's fine.
No, when I got married and
Yeah,
got home and
I
did
wasn't
all
trying
that
to
type of
insinuate.
stuff.
You act like you. I wasn't
you
trying to
about to
set you
say-
up. No, I promise you I wasn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't fill in that blank that you whatever you stopped getting ready to say it for some reason. Whatever.
you got excited though.
I always get excited. So, how was your weekend? How was your week?
Week was good. So
Saw you got back to work.
yeah,
I'm talking about behind the wheels of
Yeah,
steel.
yeah, that was Saturday. But I was gonna get to that. You said the week since I left you last Monday.
Now you feel like
You know what I
I
mean?
rushed his life or something. Now I rushed his life.
I
Wow.
didn't say you rushed my life.
You sure didn't.
Cause guess what?
It was written all over your face.
Nah, that's not it. We didn't see it coming.
You didn't have to say your
We
word.
was moving too fast.
What are we doing tonight?
Singing.
Are you serious? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So-
How was your week?
Week was good, man. What I basically did was work.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get to the point where I don't have to go. Y'all don't have to hear me here. Click it. You don't have to hear me yell that no more.
Yeah.
Click it. Click.
Yeah.
Like it's always embedded in me. I created it. You know what I mean? I made it.
Right.
If you hear
Right.
anybody click it, that was me.
I haven't heard anybody else say it
You know?
before.
Yeah.
And no one says it as well as you now.
Yeah, hey.
So been busy.
Maybe I'll start a show after this. Because 50 used to be chit, and then he
Yeah.
got power and all that.
50's been busy.
Yeah, so maybe I
50's
start a
been
show after
busy.
this. But I've been at work, and then Saturday felt real good. Get back behind the wheels. Shout out to my Change Church family. Yeah, you can clap it up for that.
Absolutely.
We had the
Absolutely.
Easter celebration. It was still service on Sunday, but we had an Easter service on Saturday as well with basically a carnival in the parking lot for the kids and an Easter egg hunt.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Nice turnout. You know what I mean? Again, they always have me out there playing the music and doing what I got to do.
Yeah, I was at Saturday.
in
The
the
weather
turn.
was good Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was windy. It was
Right,
windy.
but it was dry.
It was dry, but it was
handle
windy.
that. We
It was
handle
windy.
wind.
Yeah.
You handle wind.
You can.
Yeah.
Let me tell you when the wind get different when you outside.
Right.
When your laptop's outside with it. You don't like it.
Yeah.
You don't like it, P. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. You don't like it.
Nah, look, here's my question, right? Because I'm not a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Is it when you DJ a church event? Do you ever take into account? You be like, when I drop this, we gonna find out who really is anointed and who is really, you know what I mean, covered in the blood,
So, first of all,
and who is just playing and coming to church, but really,
So first of all,
Popping
when you
out
come
that
to an
same
event
night.
that I DJ with, a lot of church events,
Right.
depending which ones I'm at.
okay. Peace, guys. Peace.
Peace, cuz. It's never just. I'm gonna make this clear, cousin Joanna, Joe. That's what we talking to. All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and clap.
That's exactly. No, it's
Yeah,
true. It's
it's-
true.
So it's never just all gospel.
I would imagine it's not.
Nah, but it's. I've done that though.
Okay.
I've done that.
Yeah.
But that's the misconception a lot of times that people have that that's all they want to hear.
I know on Instagram and TikTok some of the best blends
Yeah, be gospel.
be gospel joints. I know I'm not the only person that
Speaking
hear a
of-
joint. You be
speaking-
like, whoa.
Speaking of
That
which,
beats crazy with that. What?
I did a little blend the other day. I had Mary Walker with I Just Want to Love You. Yeah, that was live.
You did that?
Yeah, live. Didn't record it or nothing, just did it.
What did you see? What did you witness?
So
What I'm saying is
Now you hear it.
you know the difference.
Yeah.
Because when you usually hear something like that, when you in church, let's be honest, because we ain't trying to play, but we fresh off Easter.
Right.
So a lot of people was in church yesterday who
Right.
don't normally go.
Right.
Right? It was the highlight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The highlight of the-
the highlight of the week.
highlight service of the year.
Right. They all week they went
Church
and
in
picked
New
out
Year, I mean-
the dopest suit,
Yeah.
the matching dress.
Yeah.
I mean, I got
Chocolate
Instagram.
Charlie Brown hat, like Cedric the Entertainer said.
Chocolate Charlie Brown hat.
Hey, cousin Janice. Hey.
Cuz, peace, what's going on? My family's in the building. Our family's here.
Yeah.
Cuz, we know that they was extra fly. Yeah. And listen, look, nothing against it. But you do have people that they're only going to be in church maybe 3 to 4 times a year. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What's the 4 times?
I'm going to go with, it has nothing to do with like a funeral, nothing like a wedding, right?
Right.
You talking about specific, like maybe holidays or situations like that?
Right.
I'm going to go with watch night.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, everybody want to bring that thing in, so I guess, you know what I mean? So
bring that thing in. Come on. Pause, man. Come on. Hey, clap it up.
If you want to insinuate something nasty like that at church, that hell is not one I'm going to go to with you. I'm going to tell you. So listen, what I'm going to say is you got watch night. I'm going to say between watch night and then Easter, right? I'm going to actually say, because you got to go Christmas, you know what I mean? Jesus' birthday. Mm-hmm. Okay, we need a 4th is what you're saying. It may not be one, but let me see.
You said watch night, Easter.
Watch night, Easter, Christmas.
You want to know another day usually a lot of people go?
Go ahead.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm. Because let's just be honest, you know, and certainly when you look at religion, you know, Christianity, you see a lot of women, more women than a lot of times men. Men are there. It's a lot of, and it's a religion that needs men to be a little bit more dominant. But it was a book called Wild at Heart. It's actually a Christian book. Right?
Yeah.
And it breaks down how men are wild at heart.
Okay.
You ever notice a lot of time when a man gets a family
mm-hmm.
and he gets married, a lot of the stuff that he look forward to be fun,
mm-hmm.
he has to stop.
Right.
Maybe riding his motorcycle.
Right.
Maybe playing tackle football with his homies.
Okay.
Just outside. Like, it ain't got to be nothing like you know, or Sunday.
With Puff
yeah,
playing?
Oh, man.
I'm asking. We got homies.
Did he or did he not?
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
This is
wow.
what I'm saying.
Wow, we're horrible and good at the same time.
At the same time.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
So, basically, that, you know what I mean? And then, you know, like football Sunday.
Right.
So, you know, back in the day, man, when you went as a kid, you was never catching a 1 o'clock game.
No.
You was never. Hopefully be home in time for halftime for the 4 o'clock game.
Right. Right.
Is that your phone or mine?
I have no clue.
Yeah, that shit needs to stop.
Mine's on vibrate.
It's mine. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. All right, I'm sorry. Because this is not the move right here.
Yeah.
So
so you'd be lucky if you made it by halftime.
Yeah, to the 4 o'clock
to
game.
the 4 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So when I was, you know, started going to church, we would watch football, sometimes get together on Thursdays.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we like football here too. I went to 9 o'clock service.
Right.
9 o'clock service, you was done by 11:30.
Right.
See the 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game,
yes,
8 o'clock game,
yep,
and the Monday night.
Church when we was kids,
it's different than church.
It's gonna sound heathen like,
yeah.
Lord forgive me. Church when we was kids seemed like it was half the day.
Right.
But you know why?
Why?
It's because the preparation leading up to church actually is where church started.
Yeah.
Like come on, y'all get up in the morning, man. You gotta get this breakfast. Get yourself some breakfast, because I don't want to hear you hungry in church.
Oh, my shoes don't fit. Put your sneakers on.
Get the sneakers or something. Get something different. No, let me tell you something.
Put your black sneakers on.
We ain't never wore no sneakers when we was kids at church.
No, I remember wearing them one time because my foot had grew like overnight. You know, you know when you, yep.
This guy's a liar again this week, man.
Your feet do grow overnight.
Your foot didn't outgrow your shoe overnight, bro.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
It was already getting small before.
What was getting small before?
The shoe. My foot was already getting bigger.
The shoe got smaller.
No, my foot was already getting bigger.
That's not what you just said, man.
The next week I wasn't putting that on. I wasn't trying to get corns, P.
Right.
I wasn't doing that.
What got smaller? Pause.
Nothing got smaller. My foot got bigger. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
'Cause I was trying to figure out. You had shoes that
Players
shrunk?
fuck up, man. I said the wrong thing, man. Damn, man.
Anyway, man, we would go to church, and I swear we feel like it was the highlight of the day. Yeah. I mean, not highlight. It was a highlight. It was a highlight. But what I was going to say was it seemed like it was half of the day.
Well, this is the thing. Y'all all know when I say this is the thing.
Yeah. That it may not be true.
Right? No.
No. I mean,
no. This is actually something real.
Okay.
We are taught to raise our kids in religion, and I understand. But just because they're doing something when we tell them to do it,
right,
doesn't mean they get it.
True.
So back in the day, and even now, when people go to church, if that's what they want to do and that's their thing, it's never too long for them. But where we are designed to teach our children some form of religion, which one it is, whichever one you believe in. Or just as we were coming up, our tactics, or not our tactics, but a lot of our elders' tactics were wrong because they were forcing it to you. It's so much easier to accept something and learn. I guess that's yours right there because I ain't got.
What up, Mike? What's going on? Peace, brother. Welcome back.
It's so hard to accept something.
Yeah.
That you're not really willing to accept. And that's not even as an adult. See, we always say the statement, to a certain extent, is true. Our kids don't know what's good for them.
I've heard it.
Right?
I've heard that.
But truth of the matter is, they do know what's good for them. But it's still core values that we're supposed to teach them.
Exactly.
So if you don't stand for something, then you fall for anything.
Correct.
So you teach them in a religion, but now if you realize that when they're teaching kids religion in a lot of ways, they're teaching it in a child's way. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, we didn't go to children's church or nothing like that. No. We was right there sitting there, and as soon as he got louder, you be nodding, and the Lord, your whole face just over there.
I didn't know not to fall asleep in church.
Yeah, I couldn't help it, P.
Yeah, that was a lot to do with your life, though. It wasn't just church, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, if I wasn't interested at the time, I went to sleep.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it was what it was.
But,
you know what I mean? But
as I got older,
and
the Bible also states, you raise a child the right way, he won't stray too far away. And, quote my words. But it's something like that. Mm-hmm. When you come back, you already have the basis. So I'm not saying that what they did wasn't there, but that's why it felt the way it felt.
Right.
That's basically what I was saying.
No, I'm going to say this. When it comes to any kind of education, you're talking about dealing with a child. Two things happen, I think, that is incorrect. One thing is since the concept is about highlights this week, 160's episode is about the highlight.
Right.
We don't know how to, I ain't going to say we don't know how to. We don't take sometimes the approach.
Right.
Of finding out where they are as children and meeting them there and making it interesting enough for them for that to be something that they can't wait to learn more of.
Right.
So we don't highlight the things that they have showed us that they have an interest in. That's one thing. The other thing I'm going to say is no matter what it is in life, if you pour things into a cup,
right,
whether the person who is going to consume whatever is in that cup is ready to consume it or not, if they drink that and it's not for them, it's not going to sit well.
It's not.
It also, not only does it not sit well, but it also prevents them or takes up space for things that they may be able to actually grow and benefit from if they just went ahead and experienced those things on their own. Mm-hmm. This is why no matter what you do in terms of whatever you introduce to anybody, if you turn around and you give something to somebody, wisdom, encouragement, all these different things, and they're not ready to receive these things, which is what a lot of the word and stuff is about, then they won't take it for what it's worth.
Right.
That's just the way it goes. So a lot of what we're talking about, man, in terms of being able to highlight certain things, even though we make light and jokes about the whole situation, about getting dressed up and all those things, if you ask the average child what they remember, even as an adult at this point, when it comes to Easter, that's the highlight of what they remember.
Right.
Getting the dope Easter sneakers, the Easter outfit, think about it. Most of the time, that's what they remember. They don't remember anything about what was said in church. They may a little bit recall the whole resurrection situation dealing with, with the Bible, but for the most part, they remember just getting fly in the pastel colors that they knew that they didn't wear no other point in the year.
Right.
So that's just the way that went. So anyway, man, you know, lot going on. Like me and E talk about all the time. Let's do this. Before we get too much further into this episode, if you guys are ever in a need of a full-service event planning company,
Full service.
one that can take care of all the event planning needs, we happen to know one that can help you out. You let them know. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show.
Front and Center Events.
That's it for all your event planning needs.
That's it.
So, one of the highlights of my week, man. Y'all know me and E got to have a conversation about the shows, man.
Right.
Right now, we're in the BMF season.
Right.
Charles.
You know what, y'all? You know what Charles didn't see? He didn't see it coming. He was moving too fast.
This season has been off the chain for, I'm going to tell you a few different reasons.
Right.
Talked to E all over the weekend. Usually I watch it on Friday. Missed it.
Right.
E gonna call me talking about, did you watch it yet?
Right.
Nah, I checked it out. Y'all know what the highlight of the episode was for E?
What was the highlight for me, man?
When 2 Chainz. E said he got Michael Jackson.
Nah, not Michael Jackson. He got Mike. You said Michael Jacket just now, too.
Jackson.
Yeah.
I said Jackson.
You said Jacket.
Hey,
Hey, yo, cameraman, run that shit back for him again.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's all an illusion.
He got Michael Jackson Thriller when they hit him. He was, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. That's what happened to him right there.
Figure out, man, unless he comes back. Neo got 2 episodes and 2 Chainz definitely won't be on episode 4.
Nah.
Because if he lived from that, Don Dada of all time.
That was episode 4. I thought that was 5.
Was
right
that
there.
4 or 5? Which one was it?
I don't know. He's not going to be
He
back
won't be on the
show.
next one.
Nah.
Or any more after
He's
that.
He's not being unique.
Nah.
He's not coming back to that.
Nah.
Speaking of which, Raising Kanan has been renewed for a 5th season while filming the 4th season.
I seen it.
Now that lets you know right there, but you know what that's telling you.
What's it telling us?
That's on his way out after the 5th season probably too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they only go 5, 6.
Yeah.
Most of them. Me and you talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
But the fact that they renewed this because they want to finish it. Because 50 want to get that whole regime up out of there and take it on over to whatever channel he about to do next.
My brother, L.A., what's good, brother?
L.A., my man. You thought I was going to say big city of dreams. Nah, he over here with us. Let's go ahead and clap it up. My boy.
So
Chef Laval.
That's it.
Chef Val Williams. That's it.
That's it. I'm still waiting on, brother, for you to, I know you said you had a nice season. I watched this with E, man. You got a seasoning.
Yeah, we still want your seasoning.
Want to check that out, man, because I know that you got, I guess it was, I don't know if it was a low salt joint or maybe even a no salt joint, but I want to definitely try that out. So, LA, whenever you get a chance, brother, definitely want to know what that's about. So, like we was talking about with the show BMF, man, a lot going on in this episode. This season has been different. I mean, we done had Charles in a fight with Meek.
Meech.
Not Meek.
Meek was with Diddy. That's what they were saying.
Okay.
That's what they were saying. I don't know.
You know, like you said earlier, players mess up too. It's a lot going on in that situation as well, though. The whole thing with Meek.
What they say about Meek? Go ahead.
So unfortunately, no, I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy, but it's a lot being said about everything that's going on with the situation with Diddy.
Okay.
It's a lot of people coming out saying a lot of things. I don't know why Stevie J wants to fight 50.
Well, it's something to do with Daphne. Daphne, I think, was 50 baby mom.
Yeah.
And then
they way too old for that.
And then she was in the picture.
They way too old for that.
He posted a picture with her with Diddy.
Yeah.
Said you moved a mile, something about you moved a mile away from me, thinking you was gonna get another shot. Instead, you went with what he call it? Let me go ahead and look that up. I got to get it exact words, but something crazy. Something crazy. But go ahead and say what you were saying about the meat.
I mean, the whole thing is that it's a lot going on right now, period, man. You know, I seen Lil Boosie and 50 was saying something about how, you know, all of these people that supposedly is cool with Puff, ain't nobody coming to his aid right now trying to speak up for him or nothing.
All right, so this is exactly what he said.
What's that?
You moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back, and then you started receiving money from the brother Love. Now here we are, a little sex worker. The girl was supposed to be a sex worker. Daphne, that's 50 baby mom or something, he was saying.
Oh,
I guess that's real baby mom. I don't know. But
there was something there, you know what I mean? But,
you know.
What's funny is this. I'm going to say this, right? Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke was really breaking it down.
Drewski.
I ain't see what Drewski said. I heard what Boosie said, too, like he said.
Boosie, couple people.
Yeah. Old Boosie badass.
Couple people saying, I never hung around for the after parties.
Yeah.
Never hung around.
Never hung around. So I'm not saying it didn't happen.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I knew that
I couldn't be here.
If it was true, I wasn't going to be nowhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a lot going on.
Right.
Right now, it's a lot going on.
So what you think?
About the situation with him? Well, first and foremost, I think the thing is that the human trafficking thing is a horrible situation to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that if it is any validity to that situation, which I believe it is, I believe it is not.
That's the part
I can't confirm anything.
Yeah,
but the reason why is because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's certain things that have been said for quite some time that we have not turned a blind eye to, but has not gotten as much publicity as it is now.
Yeah.
And there's so many things, if you look on anything social media-wise, they'll go back and pull up videos and stuff where people said things.
Yeah.
And we remember seeing those videos.
Right, but nobody believed them because they wasn't, first of all, it wasn't up in court.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's number one. Mostly it would be dudes that would say stuff.
Exactly.
So they like, man, I just stopped bugging with him. Like, I ain't going around him like, man, I ain't, you know what I mean? You know? But then they say when they said they would stop bugging with, like, what kind was you doing?
Yeah.
Was you, see?
The craziest thing about it is, whenever you hear anything about it now, and you've you know, take that situation, everything seems to be like ultimatumed.
Yeah.
You want to make it big in the industry?
Yeah.
This is the pathway to it.
Right.
You don't see anybody that really was like, yo, he offered that. Directly saying it. Indirectly, you might get Cat that said, yo, 3 different times Puff tried to give me $50 million and I turned the situation down.
Yeah.
You can read into what he's saying.
Right.
I don't know a lot of people that ever said that he made that attempt and he was like, man, you bugging. Like, you don't know nobody that has that tough response to that situation. So to me, as crazy as it sounds, it was a lot of accepting participants, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now what's happening is it's coming out, and Puff looked like the super monster. Now, the situation with Cassie and stuff like that, it just looked weird anyway. I mean, we talked about it.
Right.
When they was together, she was 19, he's 37. It's like, to me, that's wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, mind you, if he's not Puff, you know, he's a player. Yeah. And we talked about that before. You know, he can still pull him at 19 and he's 37. But he is Puff.
Yeah.
And so because of that, you're going to be in the public eye.
Right.
You know? So my whole thing with that situation is does Puff write a tell-all book about the industry at this point?
Nah. Because people will read it, right?
Right.
But like 50 was saying, like a lot of people saying, the way that they're coming,
oh,
you know what I mean?
Whoa. Pause.
Come on, man. Come on. It wasn't even that motherfucking serious, man. It was. That's some bullshit. Yeah, it's always talking about me. I'm just not even gonna say that. I'm just let that bitch breathe. Yeah, that's how you gotta go. Cause guess what?
What?
We didn't see it coming.
I Somebody said
they was moving too fast.
Yeah. See what Cam asked Mace about the situation?
That's what I was about to get to.
Yeah, he said something about
Murder.
reparation is getting closer.
But Murder was speaking on the thing. He said, I dodged. I got out of all that. I dodged a lot of my debt. Think about it, bro. Everybody's dead.
Yeah. Or there was attempts made on them.
No, but he was talking about rapper-wise.
Right.
Black Rob,
Whoa.
Craig Mack,
Flavor in your ear.
Biggie.
Baby.
What would make me so special if I stayed around that?
Right.
That's what basically what Mace was
Everybody.
saying.
Locks got up out of there.
Yeah, everybody who got up out of there is all right.
Do you think that attempt was made on the Locks, man?
No, I don't think it went that far. No.
I can't even imagine that. You know, I mean that's
It might have been though, because
Yeah.
they said that Jada tried to hit Diddy with the refrigerator. He threw a refrigerator at him.
he threw a refrigerator.
Yeah, tried to throw a refrigerator. That might have been a little one or something. Yeah, look that up. He even said it. Even trying
I'm
to throw
not
a
saying that-
refrigerator at Diddy, my guy. He said it. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, J. Cole got, if you listen to his last album, he was talking about, when you young, you try to be tough so
Yeah.
nobody don't bother you, all that type of shit.
Yep.
He said, but I really want to tell you, he said, my last scuffle was with Puff Daddy. Who would have ever thought? They was really about to fight in the party.
Yeah.
Because what happened? What was said? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my thing
Bad
with
boy.
the situation is since we
Take
talking
that.
about
Take that.
right, episode number 165 highlight, there's some highlights about the whole situation dealing with Bad Boy that's actually gonna wind up getting pretty much just kind of like with R. Kelly situation.
Yeah.
It's gonna get diminished. It's gonna get just torn to shreds because
Right.
it's crazy after all of those years, all of those hits,
Right.
all of those different artists, that this is going to be the blemish that could totally obliterate, I think I said that right.
Obliterate.
You sure?
Obliterate.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. Destroy it.
Is it right? Okay, we're going to go with E, what E had to say. All right, cool.
Should have asked Siri. She would have told me.
No. You got to pay them. Listen, so it's going to totally tear down the legacy
Yeah.
of Bad Boy.
Yep.
And that's crazy. That's crazy that everything that went that Shine, G-Dep. Like you said, there's names of people, bruh.
Everybody. Bro.
Everybody, Junior Mafia situation, everything is going to be tarnished.
But
'cause
Junior Mafia was
what's
cool.
more with Big? It's
Yeah.
cool, but what I'm saying, no, but that's the thing about when you start digging up skeletons and bones,
Yeah.
you can't always decipher which bones go with what.
I understand that, but the people that they were naming were actually artists that were signed to him, so it kind of fits the fact of the ultimatum.
Yeah, I mean,
Junior
I see that
Mafia
part.
never got the ultimatum. He was just doing. Diddy is also a person who understands marketing. So when he was jumping on Lil' Kim stuff and all that, he knew what Lil' Kim already had and what Big seen in her. I'm going to ride this losing of Biggie
Right,
to the end of time.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because think about it. One of our favorite songs on Lil' Kim album was Queen Bitch and Drugs.
Yep.
Doom 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 doom. Oh, no, doom doom doom. Whatever the song.
I know what
is.
you're saying.
Yeah.
The song was called Drugs.
Yeah, Drugs.
Yeah.
And Big was on both of them.
Yeah.
He was on
Yeah.
the hook.
Yeah.
So I got no time. So Diddy, I got to put my little touch on it so I could keep myself relevant and hot because it was about the music then. Not saying he wasn't making those same moves because everybody said he made bad deals, but you never hear Junior Mafia saying that Diddy robbed him because he couldn't.
Right.
He had nothing really to do with them.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Big and Un.
Yeah. I mean, the label, as a whole is tarnished.
Right.
No matter what comes out of this situation, once again, we're talking about how all the highlights that took place, all of the different accomplishments,
Regardless.
and the artists,
Yeah. Yep.
in one swoop, could totally compromise all of those different things.
So this makes you think and go back into, maybe a year ago.
Because I even heard negative things about what was going on, even with Total.
Yeah,
but he had, oh my God.
But this is say maybe a year ago. Now the rumors with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense to a lot of people?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. Well, you see the one. I know this seems like we super gossiping, y'all, but no, it's just about the highlights of what's going on right now in this week. Unfortunately, with everything, this is why we try to open up the show speaking about the resurrection.
Right.
You know what I mean? Talking, about that situation. But unfortunately, you got these different things that's going on as well. Even the situation about, they talk about with French Montana, and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's so messed up that even if these things are 100% true and accurate, even if that's the case,
right,
it's a shame that the highlights of every one of those people is going to be in question about whether or not he made those attempts or those advances or put them in those uncompromising positions and forced their hand to make decisions. Because for the people who didn't excel, like didn't succeed outside of it, like the Locks did well. They left, they did their thing. Mace was still able to do what he wanted to do. Certain things, like, certain people. For the groups that kind of stepped out of that, the shadow of him, that didn't make it, every one of them is going to be looked at as maybe a group that was actually put in a questionable position.
In hindsight, a lot of things now look really understanding. See, back then, a lot of them people couldn't talk. We never really understood why Mace left. He might have tried Mace. He might have did something. Mace said, man, before I kill him, I'm going to church. See what I'm saying? Because Mace was bad boy. But the rest of Harlem couldn't understand. Then you had Loon. Did a couple singles. Well, Loon hated him. Right? Now, these is dudes that every time you hear about these guys when they were young, they were solid dudes.
For sure.
So this is why they like, bitch, I had to leave him alone before I...
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could have been something like that.
He was telling the stories after he came home from prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I seen him on Math Hoffa joint.
Right, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and he was talking about like, not to this degree, but that
he had to remove himself.
He had to remove himself.
Right.
Basically, exactly what.
So
you're saying.
when you so just think about this: when you're going through life, right, wanting to be a rapper, and you end up being on basically one of the hottest labels at the time, and even if the label go bad, like the deal go bad, it doesn't stop you. Okay, let's look at 2 Chainz. He was with Disturbing the Peace. His name was Titty Boy. He couldn't, from what I hear, I believe, he couldn't use the name Titty Boy once he left because the name now belonged to Disturbing the Peace, and that's why he changed his name to 2 Chainz. But it was still part of that's why he called himself Titty Boy anyway, for 2 Chainz. That's where he got the name from. But the point is, you see how much more successful he was when he went on his own. All those artists that was under Diddy, they, except for the Locks, really think about it, never went nowhere else and became successful. But they also talked about how the Locks got from up underneath that muscle went in. D and Y went in there like, no, you gonna let them out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you gonna let them out. This ain't about to be that.
Yeah,
Whatever we gotta do to square everything up, we business, but they gonna get out.
Everybody in the industry tell the same
Yeah.
stories about them.
Yeah.
When they show up, we not playing, fam.
Yeah, like
somebody gonna get hurt bad.
Right.
Like we cool with everything that come with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
give me sign that.
right.
All right,
go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Y'all got
Another,
it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but my thing is once again, man, we try to work hard at being the best of what we possibly can be. Unfortunately, we're all human and we make mistakes. Right. We do certain things.
Right.
And when those things happen, we have decisions to make.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, when you don't make decisions that's going to be conducive to the well-being of everyone else, eventually, those decisions are made for you.
Right.
And I think what we're seeing right now is pretty much all those things coming to a conclusion.
Yeah.
And so, it's an unfortunate situation for him because, like I said, you compare him, some other industry people who have been called on the carpet for some of these different things. And unfortunately, the highlight of who they are is this now.
Yeah.
This is their highlight now.
Yeah.
It's no longer the thing that allowed them to build up to getting to this point. It is the thing now that they were doing supposedly, allegedly, or truthfully behind the scenes that is now the highlight of who they are.
Let me ask you a question,
What's that?
and I want you to hear the question that I'm saying. It definitely is still people out there, but do you think as many people still want to be a celebrity nowadays?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You still think so because somewhat, not you, I'm just saying, some
Yeah,
people
I
still
understand.
think so because, well, social media, what people would do to get likes and all that type of stuff. However, I mean, like, big, like, Beyonce big.
Mhm.
I don't think people want to be that anymore.
No. I think people want to be known, but I think people know. I think people want to be known, but not necessarily famous.
Yes. Now, I think, for example, I think a lot of your hip hop artists, your real, like, your solid ones, like your ones like Kendrick and J. Cole,
Mm-hmm.
you could tell that they really doing it because they love it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so good they're being compensated for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not why they do it.
No.
And I think they're in that place, and they're beefing right now. Well, not really a beef, but it's, they've been, Kendrick and J. Cole have been doing their basically Nas and Jay-Z type stuff for a long time, going back, all that type of stuff. But right now, Kendrick came again, and J. Cole never really responds. He goes on his Twitter and talks. He don't talk crazy. He just be like, even if I really respond, I ain't, like, he don't be tripping on it. And Drake was included too. Yeah, I mean,
with them, I see. My thing is I don't think it'll get any bigger than their music.
right? Oh, never will. No, I don't think so.
I'm cool. I'm all for artistic.
And that's
challenge.
what J. Cole said.
Yeah.
It's beef. It's beef record season.
Yeah.
I'm for it, but I don't even know if I'm gonna respond.
Nah, but my thing, even with that situation, with those guys, even in the grand scheme of who they are as artists, this ain't the highlight of who they are.
No,
this is just a part of their journey into that industry. But the thing about most of the stuff when we talk about just highlights before we get into some questions, it's imperative that we understand that we all are always trying to be the best version of who we are.
absolutely.
And at some point or another, like the question you just asked, you have to start asking yourself questions like, do I want to be famous? Do I want to be known? Or do I want to be, successful? Do I want to be, a blessing and never a burden, a help and never a hindrance? Do I want to be something or someone that people remember, right? And pick the things that they know are highlights in my life and use those things as a blueprint or some kind of, example of how to be the best possible version of themselves. It's unfortunate that people that for so many years we have looked up to as moguls and people who are industry giants and all these people who are in this situation who have all of these different highlighted moments that are now looked upon as anything but a good person to want to see.
JK, what up, JK?
JK, peace, bro. Welcome back. So it's unfortunate, but we are where we are, and there's nothing we can do about the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, want to get into some questions? Or you want to put a conclusion on that situation?
No, you that's what that was.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and
Fair
get
enough.
into the questions.
Let's get into some questions.
Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather. Would you rather me sit up a little bit in my chair so I can answer these questions the right way? He's going to give me a series of them. I'm going to give you the best answer I can give you. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So let's go on ahead as soon as I find the question screen. And we're going to go here.
There we go. Welcome to another week of Would You Rather.
Logo in a minute, even though this is Would You Rather.
I'm going to ask E a series of questions like he said, and we're going to get some answers. Questions good enough, I'm going to chime in with my own responses as well. Please, if you're watching it live, feel free to leave your answers in the comment section.
Right.
Authenticity or success?
You asked me that last week.
Okay. Wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Wisdom will always take you further.
Okay.
When people studying lessons, what do they call their girl?
Their wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's also stated like that in the Bible.
Right.
It also states a man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Absolutely.
So when you could be the smartest, lonely guy in the world. Most people that we label that were very intelligent
Mm-hmm.
were also weird in some nature.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So wisdom.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Inner peace or worldly influence?
Inner peace.
That's a big thing for you. You've been saying that a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Lot more.
But I think that would have all I speak on it more, but I think that would have always been my answer. I think everybody, like when we sit here and we talk about how we said that Dion stated that he never has a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. He never has a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's because a lot of times he's at peace with himself.
Right. That's exactly what that means.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's
Me
saying.
and you often been talking about lately, I don't have to be filthy rich. I just got to
Mhm.
have enough money to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when an emergency come, I can handle it.
That's it.
Because a lot of times when we can't do neither one of those things in the life we live now,
Mm-hmm.
our inner peace gets shook sometimes.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And in the grand scheme, like we're talking about with this episode being about highlights,
Mm-hmm.
the highlights that were our highlights maybe 5 years ago aren't our highlights now.
No.
And so I think that some of the things that do exist, like inner peace,
All right.
those need to be constants. Like, your goals may change, your interests may change.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's ever a time where you don't want to be at peace.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like certain things you like, I gotta leave room for that
one
to
was
change.
that's why I said that one was easy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It was easy to us.
Right.
There's
But
some people out there,
yeah.
they may not feel the
Yeah.
exact same way. Passion or rationality?
You got to be rationally passionate. Like, I
Okay.
just made that up. So I'm going to say,
I can tell. But it's cool.
but rational is honestly, you could be so passionate about something that you could be blinded by it and realize that that's not possible. When they
Right.
tell you that everything is possible,
Right.
anything is possible, but come on, there's some things you got to being rational make you realize I may have wanted that, but God knew I just needed this.
Exactly.
Your passion sometimes may keep pushing you
Mm-hmm.
to chase something, like we said, that you'll never reach.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Rationality, like you just said, bro, just to piggyback off of what you were just saying. Rationality makes you look at things for what they are and not what you want them to be.
Right.
Passion is something that you actually usually pursuing, and you're doing this thing so that you can enjoy the fulfillment of whatever it is right there. But rationality is a whole situation where you have to take in consideration exactly what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you on that situation. Individuality or belonging?
See, individuality is going to be my answer,
Okay.
but who doesn't want to feel like they belong somewhere?
That's what I'm saying. We living in the world now. Bro, you see everything that's going on.
Right.
We're looking at the people that we felt like were individuals now that probably just want to belong to a whole different group of people who are not
Right.
under the scrutiny that they're under. So I think that in terms of the individuality thing, I think that's something you have to embrace.
Yeah.
And belonging, you just have to be a carbon copy of whatever it is that is required to be a part of that.
Right.
So I think belonging is a cheap way out.
Right. Right.
But I agree with you in the sense of you want the affection and the love of being a part of something.
Right.
So it's a tough situation, but I'm going to still go with individuality.
Individuality. Yeah.
Because I just prefer to.
But I can understand if
Pursue
when the
that.
person wants to be belonging.
Yeah.
It's like going in too deep.
Yes.
When LL said, people just want to feel like they're a part of something.
Yeah.
And they was calling him God and all that. That's what he said. Like, people just want to feel like they're a part of something.
You're absolutely right.
That's all it was.
So acceptance
Mhm.
or improvement?
Improvement.
Okay.
Because acceptance means you're accepting exactly where you are.
Okay, come on.
Improvement means I'm getting further and further and further. But it depending on what it is. And see, some things there's nothing wrong with being passionate, like we were just talking about.
Absolutely.
But when you're being passionately rational, like really thinking about it, like I can have a passion of just wanting being smarter or reading more books. That's not hurting me
At all.
at all.
Yep.
That's the feeling, because that's the feeling I want
Yep.
to become smarter. But if let's say I'm doing these same things and I'm saying I'm passionate be known as the man in the Guinness Book of World Records to have read the most books.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's impossible.
Nope.
Right? It's very possible. You turn around, you do that. But then as soon as you hear this person might have read 2 more than you, now you got to go read 3 more that night. Like, well, you're chasing it because you want to be that forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people don't understand. Depending on your goal, is it your goal just to reach it and then that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it your goal to reach it and stay there?
I agree with that. Because,
Yeah.
see, passion, this is where I think people go wrong. And this is my opinion. Passion has to be bigger than the action.
Right.
And so what happens is people will say, I have a passion for doing something because the action that they're actually doing is what they enjoy.
Right.
The passion generally, you can have passion for doing certain things, but
Right.
the passion to me needs to actually be attached to its purpose.
Yeah, a purpose and a goal.
Right. So
Yeah.
the long term or even the short term effects, the effects of the action, not the action within itself.
Right.
So that's just why I think that's the difference.
But what I'm saying is it's okay to be passionate, but it's in my opinion, it's 2 different types of like if you're passionate about just making yourself better, whether it's health wise, your studies, like, your brain, you're doing everything, you want to be a vegan, you're not, like, whatever you're passionate about, if it is just for you, I think you should stay passionate with that forever.
Even in the example I was talking about, though,
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the action.
It's not the action.
It's the outcome of the action.
Now, when
Right.
a person wants to be passionate about something and wants to be, like, for example, in the NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was number 1. He held that record for a long time,
Right.
right?
Right.
When it came to points. He knew eventually it would be beat.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew it would go on for 40 years? That a year after 41 years, year after you did it, the kid was born to replace it.
Right.
That's how long
Yeah.
that's going to go.
Yep.
And that's dope, too. If they did a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar movie right now
Okay.
and show him do all that, and then it fast forward to LeBron being born,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And you just be like,
sounds dope.
oh, hey, LeBron. And you be like, oh, that'd be crazy.
What were you just rocking?
What?
Baby LeBron?
Baby LeBron.
Come on. So I'm gonna say once again, I think that if you have a love for something,
Yeah.
you gotta fall in love with the process. We talked about.
Yeah. Oh, that's key. That's everything.
But at the end of the day, if the destination where you're trying to get to, if you're not passionate about that, then it's going to be of no use to you, no service.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way that is. That's kind of weird. I'll ask you. I'll ask you just to see what you say about it. Intimacy or independence? In a way, it's kind of written. It's kind of awkward
It's very, because why are you matching those two?
because I believe that when we talked about this term before, I believe that intimacy is really looked at just from a physical perspective, physical in the sense of that element of it.
Touch.
Touch.
Sensual touch.
I don't know. I don't have the definition of intimacy, in front of me, but I think it's more of an act, right?
Right.
Like I think it's more of an act, as opposed to being independent, like independence, right? Because some people are gonna say, "Well, you can be intimate with yourself independently."
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I didn't really want to ask it, but I'm gonna say independence.
Right.
I feel as though if I can improve me, be the best me,
Right.
that every aspect of my life gets better.
And even intimacy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with independence.
Right.
You ain't even got to bother with that.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Last one.
Living in the moment or planning for the future. This can be tough.
Living in the moment while planning for the future.
So, like, I don't know if you ever did, like, would you rather or this and that. Most of the time, the questions are very, like, a certain type of way so that you'll pick.
You really want to know the truth?
I only ask questions for the truth. I don't ask.
When I was single,
Okay.
I was living in the moment.
Okay.
When I got in a relationship, it started to shift. When I got married, planning for the future.
Okay.
That's just what it was for me. Because you can live in a moment, and again, if you're passionate about making yourself better, you're enjoying it. That's just like falling in love with the process.
Yes.
Because in order to plan to get to the future, you still have to live in the moment.
I agree.
See what I'm saying? So, but I just noticed they both got to exist, but how my mental shifted when I got more responsibility. Like, wasn't it just about me anymore?
Mm-hmm.
It's when I started to plan for the future.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you how crazy it is, but you know, it off air, not off lines, because we're never on them.
Because we're never on them.
Never on them. Let's go ahead and clap it up.
I'll answer it, and then you can take us out of it. I'm going to say living in the moment because it's like there's nothing wrong with thinking into the future of life, right, or anything. But there's so many now moments that are happening that if you only become the person who thinks into the future, those now moments don't get appreciated at the same level.
Yep.
And you know when you realize it? In the future.
Yep. Like I should have did this way.
Exactly. And so for me, that's why it's in the moment, because of the fact that it's like the guy who laughs at a joke 10 minutes later. Maybe he didn't get it until later, but we've passed that. You know, it's a little bit different.
So living in the moment, you still, even at this point, you're right. But I'm sorry to cut you, but I guess you still right. I still really live in the moment, but it just I paid more attention to the future. I guess I could say when I got married. That's why.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I look at it like it's not a bad thing to prepare you. How about this? How about you live in the moment, but
prepare for the future.
But you prepare for the future, right? So in the grand scheme of all of it, after something happens, yesterday seems more important than it did that day.
Right.
Right? We talk about mom. We talk about the things that go on now. And the first instinct for us to do is to reach out to her, even after 5 years.
Right.
That hasn't gone away. And now we're into the future, and we still wish we had that moment to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that once you experience something as deep as that, the now becomes like
more important,
super magnified.
Right.
Not that the future's not important.
Right.
You can take us out, bro.
That was another episode of Would You Rather. Let's give them something to talk about. Talking about love.
Hey, go ahead and tell them about the thing, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, y'all. Listen, April 5th, we got the Trenton Media Awards. 5:30 p.m. Trenton Country Club. The Porch Podcast is being honored. Let me get y'all more details really, really real quick. I'm sorry I was supposed to have this out, but I started playing. P told me, go ahead and tell him to sing, you know what I mean?
April 5th, baby. April 5th. We would love to see y'all there.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so the Gianna Monet Genesis Foundation Incorporated presents Trenton Media Awards, April 5th, 5:30 p.m. at the Trenton Country Club, 201 Sullivan Way, West Trenton, New Jersey. Online tickets on sale right now on the Eventbrite. $35 per person. Cash bar, hosted by Trenton media mogul Crystal Feliciano. People that are getting honored: Trenton Fire Department social media team, Trenton Talks Podcast, the World Takes Podcast, William Beach Otterman, and last but not least, the William Butch Otterman. I'm sorry. And last but not least, the Porch Podcast.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where can they find us each and every week on the audio, brother?
On the audio, you can catch us on all your favorite podcast and streaming sites, meaning iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Stitcher, Audible, Red Circle, and anywhere else you'll catch them at. I'm telling you, anywhere that you want to catch audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't even know if it's still rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
But apparently it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, y'all, if you want to catch us on the video tip, like we catch y'all, like we tell y'all each and every week, you can catch us on Monday, anywhere around 8:30. To be honest with you, seems like that's been our time.
Right.
Around about 8:30 p.m. and immediately following the following day at 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. Once again, I say each and every week, if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit the share button, hit the like button, leave comments. Growing the channel is something that we're trying to do. We got big things that we want to do. We're getting ready to start doing some other stuff. Stay tuned. Pay attention to us. We got some things that we can grow and develop and make happen. Listen, man, as we say each and every week, we appreciate you taking the time to hang out with your favorite brothers from the porch. This has been episode number 165.
Highlights
of the Porch Podcast. We look forward to seeing y'all on the 5th.
That's it.
We'd love for you to make it, and if not, we will definitely see you next Monday. Y'all be good. Stay safe, family. Peace.
Jeez, take that.